Now, when the user comes to this page and input their data, we want to go ahead and grab that data from this form, and the way that we'll do that is basically by the names and the submit button that is given on this page here. So we're using a post method to grab that data, so nothing will be sent in the URL. It will just send in the header of the browser, and we'll get these names. These are where these are input fields, so this is where the information will be stored. And on this submit, click off this button, because there's a button here. That is when we'll get the information. But just before we do that, there is something that there's a few corrections that I wanted to make. This right here should be a primary key, and that was why we got a 0 at the first time. So what all you have to do is just go and edit this. Just click on change, and then you want to click on the IA, which just basically means auto increment. So when it goes to that page, all you have to do is just click here and just ensure that you tick this box here, which means it's not showing, but you would see, here we go, you would see AI, which is auto increment. That's pretty much it for that. And let's go ahead now and grab the data from the user. Alright, so we can clear this out, and we can also clear the route. We're going to need this mediator, that's what I'm going to call it now, controller. So you'll have that there. Now let's go ahead and create our first model, and this model will be our base model. So we'll just say model, and we'll just create a basic class for this, and this will extend the database. So we'll say class what's it, model extends the database. And as we speak about database, this is basically all we need, so we won't need anything more from that, so we can close that. We speak about the database. One thing that I'm going to do is actually put this to public, so we can access it everywhere. I know I said that we would have put a function to actually access it, but I'm not going to do that right now. Just make this simpler for us to just do that less time. Now we're going to create our add case model, and this is what our add case model will do. So we'll just say, should I put it in all caps? Add case model, and that's a PHP. And here we'll basically just make our class add case model, and this will extend the base model, and then we're going to put our function in here to add the case. So we'll just make a private function. So this will just be a normal function, not a static function, so we'll have to create like an instance of this thing, and this is what we're going to call it, add case. In here we're going to check for the button, if the button is submitted. So we're just going to say if is set, and we're using a post method as I spoke about earlier. So we use the global variable here, $sign post, and we're going to just go ahead and grab the submit, because that's the name that we gave the button here. So if this is submitted, then what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable that will grab the title, and we'll have another variable that will not variable, but this is where it will be stored. So we'll say post, should be post, and this is what we're going to grab, the name of the thing. So the name that was given to the title in the form, that's what we're going to grab. And we could put HTML entities around this. So this is just a way of protecting from malicious codes, malicious users. But for now, we're just going to leave that as is. And for the rest of these, what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to go ahead and just paste the rest of these in, because it's just going to be a waste of time printing them out. But I just realized that the rest of them are in HTML entities, so what I'm going to do is just put this one in it as well. So this just basically is going to just protect the user from malicious code. So any type of scripting, it will just get rid of certain things out of the thing. So now let's go ahead now and create a query to insert this. So we're just going to create a query variable and don't leave the $sign off, and this will be equal to an insert statement. So we'll say insert into, and we're inserting into the cases table, and we're inserting some values. So the values that we're going to insert is the name, as this is the name that is in the database, and these are the names that are in the database, and the age and the address. And we're also going to add a date. This will be highlighted as PHP has a date function at default, so we probably should have changed this to something else, but I'm just going to leave it for now. The author's name, we're going to add that as well. The case title and case description. That's pretty much all we need for this thing here. And now we're going to grab the values, which are these values right here. So we're going to grab these values right here. And the way that we're going to grab this is a simple way. There are two ways to do this. We can go ahead and do this colon thing here, which will basically grab it just the same, but then we're going to have to map the values, but pretty much all of them we're going to have to map them in an array. But I'm going to do an easier way of doing this, and but both of them are very much secure, but I prefer to do it this way. You just have to keep them in order doing it. You just have to put them in order doing it this way. So I'm just going to say question mark, and I think there were 7 of them, so I'm going to put 7 question marks here. That's 2, 4, 6, 7. That's it. And we're going to close this out, and that's pretty much all we need for the database. Now, to get this inserted, we have to make some connection to the database. So we're just going to say statement is going to equal to the database, and this is the table, that the class that we would have made earlier. So we're going to say, and we're going to use the connection function that we created, and then we're going to prepare this value as we are using prepared statement, because these are basically what we call prepared statements, and the other one that I just showed you earlier. So we're going to prepare the query that we have here, which is this statement here. We could paste all of this here, but you know that it's not going to look all that good. So let's go ahead now and execute this thing. So we're going to use, this is basically like the this. So we're going to use, because we're using an instance, so we're going to execute this. And how we're going to execute this now is with an array. So we're going to use this array to execute these values. And we could make a normal array like a function array, but that's when we're going to map them with the other one that I showed you. I may look at that in a different video or something like that. So let's just add in these values. So we want to grab let's gonna grab all of these, because these are all that we're going to be adding. So we're just gonna say victim name, and the second one was victim's age, and we also want the victim's address. And these are these values that we have here, because this is where it's stored. And we want the infected date, that's what's next. Infected date, and we want to get the case author. Then we're going to get we're going to get the case body, because this is the order in which we put them, and you have to put them, using this one, you have to put them in a certain order, the same order as they're coming in. So I'm going to say case body for the description, and that's pretty much it. We just close this out here, and we could redirect the user, but we're gonna leave that for now, or we could just put a pop-up to show that they're being that it is submitted. But for now, we're just gonna leave that, and then we're gonna create a public function which we'll use to access this private method actually, to access this private one here. So we're gonna say get add case. Get add case, and this will basically just return this case, this add case, and this is just a function here we're returning. So this is how we'll get a global access to this, because you won't be able to access this anywhere else but this function here, as it is private. Let's go ahead now in the controller, which is our mediator between the model and the view. So now we're going to just go ahead and create a function that will accept the function, the model function that we have here to insert the values. So let's go ahead now and create a public function, and we're just gonna call this function here accept or something like that, maybe accept case. I don't know. Let's see. That get case. I'm gonna work with accept add case. Accept add case. This will be the function that we'll use to accept the instance over here. So we're gonna create a new instance, and we're gonna say inst add case, and this is going to be equal to a new add case model, which is the class that we're using. And we're gonna close this. When I put a parentheses there, you don't need to, as you can leave it just like that. But because of constructor functions that run automatically, you'll need it. So I just use that as practice to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to return the instance of the function that we have here. So we're gonna get add case, and that's the function that we would have created in the model, the public function we're getting here. So now that we have that, all we need to do now is to get this on, or get this somewhere on the index. I'm gonna put it on the index. You could put it on the root file here, but I'm gonna put it on the index, as everything will be loaded on the index. And for some little bit of structure, I'm just gonna put it there. But normally all you will have in an index file like this is just where the files will be at. So we're gonna create a comment that will be our insert comment. Just give it a little bit of notification that this is where we're going to add insert, as we're gonna add later on. We're gonna add more on here. It's gonna say insert instance. This is our insert instance, and then we're gonna create a new instance, and we can put it with the same name, doesn't really matter. And we're gonna equal this to a new add case controller this time, because this is where we're using it, the controller. Close that off, and then we're just gonna call this function with the instance. So we're just gonna go ahead and say inst add case, and then we're gonna call the function, which, what was the name again? Accept add case. This was the function here, and that is pretty much all we need for this thing. So now if we should go over to our browser, and I'm gonna just do a hard refresh here, and if we should go ahead and just create a new case title. So let's say second case, the victim's name, let's say, I think we had Jane Doe, so let's put John Doe now, and the age is like 43, the address is somewhere, I don't care where you live, and let's go ahead now and go back a couple years, and let's give it a description. Let's say this is the case where this is the second case, and let's give this an author. I'm just gonna say me, and if we should click on submit, this is gonna pop up, but this doesn't really work that much. But this is just a good indicator, just to show that like you have to, for some reason, like instead of malicious purpose, you have to like agree to terms or whatever. Let's click on submit, and it should submit. Well, we have an issue here, invalid number of unbound. So this issue is here, where you have to have the same number. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I put 7 of them. So let's get rid of this and save. And if we should refresh, and I'm just gonna send back the info, just the same information, so I'm gonna resend it. It should now be doesn't match unless I left out one of the let's see, we have name, age, address, date, author, case title, case description, and that was pretty much it. It's 2, 4, 6, 7, but that was what I got before. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's just put it back here and see what really is happening. Okay, let's refresh this again. Invalid parameter number going line 17 of case model. Line 17 invalid. Oh, here. So we left. That's why it's important to read these error messages, because I think we left out one here. So we have 2, 4, 6. We left out one, and the one that we left out was, we have the case that was a case title. So let's go ahead and copy this here, and after the author, then the case title here. So it's very important to, this is not how title is spelled. It's not how title is spelled. Must have seen that. Save this, and now if we should go back and refresh, let's just do a hard refresh and type all of this information back over. So let's go ahead and say second case, and we're gonna have a John Doe, then we're gonna have an age, then we're gonna have a address, here. This is the second case, and the author is me. Agree to their terms, click on submit, and we got no error. So let's go ahead and check the database now and go on browse, and let's see if our information is added. There we go. So see, we have Jane Doe and John Doe somewhere. So this is our second case. So that is how we are able to access the data from the database. So thanks for watching.